Hey Muffins! Today we're going to take a look at how I mix my kicks in with 808's. Let's take a quick listen before the processing. It sounds really good, but I know we can glue this kick in way better. Sometimes this doesn't seem like a big issue, but once you get to the mastering stage, this is super important. We'll be using Multiband Compression for this. I'll be using Fab Filter Pro-MB, but this will work with most multiband compressors. I'll throw one on top of my 808. The first thing we'll do is select the kick drum in the sidechain drop-down menu. This lets our compressor know we only want to compress around the kick. If I open up the compressor, what we see is a frequency spectrum where we can select specific frequency ranges to apply compression. We're going to focus on the lows and mids today. I'm going to create my first range, and I'll drag this crossover to around 275 Hz. This focuses primarily on the sub-frequencies of the 808. I'll bring the threshold down to around 32 dB, and I'll bring the range down to around 6.5 dB. I like to have a really fast attack and release, so I'll drag these both to the left until it's at around 9%. I'll bring the ratio to 2:1, and I'll bring the knee towards the harder side. We can leave everything else and head over to the Expert tab on the right side. Let's select EXT, which will tell the compressor we want this band to compress our external sidechain source, which in this case is the kick drum. Next, let's create one more band. Let's bring the crossover to around 1.5K. This band is targeting the mids. I'll bring the threshold to around -32 dB, but let's set the range to only around 1 dB. Again, let's do a quick attack and release. Ratio back to 2:1, and let's turn on the EXT button to trigger the kick. Now if we take a listen, the kick is glued perfectly in the 808. We aren't getting the pumping sound from a standard sidechain compressor, which is why I use multiband compression for something like this. As always, I've saved this device and have it for free $99 in the description below. It's exactly the same as what I just built, but with a few extra additives. The only thing you need to do is select your kick in the sidechain drop-down menu. Let's take a quick listen to it on and off. I'm going to just mute the flute so we can take a better listen. So here it is on. And off. Hope you muffins enjoyed this. If you ever have any questions or requests, please feel free to drop a comment below and I'll do my best to help you out. See you next time.